Hello, I hope you're having a great day. I'm here at the gym in my local community, and it's really great. It's a key code entry. You pay for a monthly fee and you get to work out. Today I wanted to talk about the most magical and special and important component of a spiritual awakening, a big transition in your life. No matter what kind of transition it is, if it's a divorce, if it's a retirement, change of career, a sickness, a health crisis, empty nesting, really transitions require us to develop humility. And this has been one of the most annoying but special parts of my own personal growth. When I was arrested at the age of 28 in San Diego, I had been at the peak of my career prior to that particular point. And I was probably quite immature and possibly lacking a lot of humility in my life. Actually, I can't say possibly. I was massively lacking the humility that I needed to be a better human, to be a better leader, to be a better overall, all-around person. And that experience, as tragic as it was to my ego, it was one of the most profound, great things that ever happened to me, because I developed more humility than I had ever been exposed to. Humility is required to create more compassion. When we have not been humbled by something, we are more like a kindergarten level of our evolution point. And I feel that every time that we have something tragic going on in our life, that it is there to develop us and make us stronger and more evolved. But it doesn't feel like that in the beginning. So when I first had this experience, I was at that point where I was pointing my finger at my boyfriend, my superiors in the Navy. I was pointing my finger at everything. My parents were there was everything outside of me was the problem. And I was in my 20s, and what that made me realize is that I had to start hanging my head low, bowing my head in humility, and still facing my life. And I started doing yoga, which is the practice of self-study and self-discovery. And once I started journaling and writing and studying books and reading books and studying myself through the movement practice of yoga, I developed this massive understanding that I was the common denominator of everything in my life. And this is where my life started to positively change for the better. Humility in the beginning sucks when we start to learn it. However, once we grasp the lessons and we start to look inside ourselves instead of blaming the external world, there's a massive and profound shift of powerfulness that you can start to feel instead of powerlessness. There is also a massive shift in compassion for yourself. We have to have compassion for ourselves, and we have to have care and understanding of ourselves, because if we don't, we actually cannot have the capacity to truly be compassionate and caring for others. So I hope the story of me being arrested in my 20s and creating this massive amount of humility that sucked in the beginning, really, I was at a really rough point in my life, was one of the most profound and positive turning points in my life moving forward. I wouldn't be the same person without it. It's not comfortable, but if we can start to study ourselves, the quicker that we start to study us and what's going on inside of us, and we do this with the right teachers, the right books, the right education, the right things, giving our attention to the right places, it can really create positive, profound, and magical insights and positive movements and a new trajectory forward. All right, have a great day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.